Welcome everyone. In this video, we'll be going through market analysis for Nasdaq and US30. So starting with Nasdaq on the weekly time frame, we are bullish overall, but moving to the candle formations, we can see that this previous week finally closed below both the most recent candle and this one here. So this is indicative of further sales this coming week. Possibly we might see ourselves entering this supply zone to react off of it, possibly to sell until we get to this level. Maybe from there we can start buying again. Going down to the daily time frame, what can we see? On the daily time frame, we closed Friday's candle below Thursday's candle low, and this was Thursday's candle high. So we closed below the low, forming a new candle range. So this is the new candle range here. Excuse me. This is the candle range low. This is the candle range high. Now, this was the beginning of today's candle, and it has actually gone all the way to a lower time frame supply zone there. It's currently reacting off of it. If it is to hold, then we might see it sell down, forming another inside candle, or actually breaking this low, or it might actually not respect it and just maybe in heading into London or New York actually just breaks the high. Going down to the 4-hour time frame, what can we see on the 4-hour time frame? So if this is the 4-hour time frame low high here, and okay, the 4-hour time frame has actually broken structure. So this is still the 4-hour time frame high. We are now bearish. We could mark this out as a 4-hour time frame range low, but price is still somewhat close to it. So we might see it keep on selling. We don't yet know. We'll have to keep on watching. Now, checking for supply zones that price could react off of. We could see this as a very nice supply zone. Sorry, excuse me. So I was saying we could see this as a very nice supply zone that price can react off of. Another one is this one here. So we'll have to wait for price to come to either this or this one. We could see a reaction from any one of them. But if it's not going to be continuing the bearish trend, then it can actually just break through everything and go back bullish. But for now, we are still bearish on the 4-hour time frame. Going down to the 1-hour time frame, yes, we can still see price is reacting heavily off of this zone. Price is reacting heavily off of this zone. I think it's a lower time frame zone. So it came back up here, retested the zone, broke, came up, left liquidity here, came down, and now it has come again. Looks like it has taken this liquidity and is still reacting from this zone. We might see it keep on pushing to the downside, or if it doesn't want to hold again, it just breaks through everything. This could also be liquidity here, could come all the way up here to start selling. So we have to be careful of taking a trade off of this zone because it's in a very critical condition. Now let's check the 15 minutes time frame. What do we see here? Wait, let me check the 1-hour time frame again to see if we had a break to the down. Okay, yeah, we had a break to the downside. So this was the break on the 1-hour time frame, meaning that this 1-hour time frame low is now rather high, is now here. And since price has actually gone almost, let's say the 25, it should be at the 25% level now, we can now mark out our 1-hour time frame low. So this is our range on the 1-hour time frame. Going back to the 15 minutes time frame, this was what happened. This was a break here, and after this break, I can actually say that this was another 15-minute break before this change of character to the upside. So on the 15 minutes, we can say that price is actually bullish now. Let's try and remove the previous 15 minutes range low. That's this. Okay, so this is it now. If we are to look for zones that price can react off of, this is one nice zone here. Excuse me, let me just mark out this whole place. Okay, so yeah, this is, like I said, the reaction candles before an aggressive push away. So if price is to come down, it might actually just react from this zone and possibly finally break this place, or it just doesn't come down and it just breaks it. It forms a new zone here and we start buying from that place instead, which is why we need to be very, very flexible in our trading. Anyway, going to US30 on the weekly time frame, we are also bullish there. If we check the candle formations, what do we see? So price has broken below this last 2 weeks candle low, and this is our new weekly candle range. So this is the beginning of the candle, and price has really aggressively moved to, let's say, within 25% of the range. So it could actually end up breaking this, or it forms another inside bar candle. Now if you go to the daily time frame, what do we have on the daily? So this was Thursday's candle. This was Thursday's candle here. It broke below Wednesday's candle range low, also broke below Tuesday's zone and Monday's candle range low. So now this is the new range. Friday's candle was an inside candle. It didn't break the high or the low, but now you can see that today's zone started here and it seems to have broken Friday's candle high. This is still the main one that we're expecting price to break. If it does break out of it, then we should be seeing buys, but for now we are tilting towards short-term buys on the daily time frame. If you go down to the 4-hour time frame, this is it. Okay, so the 4-hour time frame supply zone is still intact, but the lower time frame one here has already been broken. So I guess we'll move this to that place, and we could see a reaction off of here. If it doesn't hold, then we'll have to stand by and watch. Okay, this zone has been mitigated, this one has been mitigated too, so this is the only valid one remaining if this one is to actually get broken. So we need to be careful about that. If we check the overall structure, we are also bullish. So that is it. Remember when I said that price could also still be reacting from this zone here, and it seems like it is. So now it is going up. If the bullish momentum is to continue, then it should break out of this place and keep on buying. If not, then this zone might actually be respected for a sell. But since on the daily we are looking for buys, we should be more inclined to buys, which means I'm not going to be very sure about taking a trade here unless it is scalp. If you go to the 1-hour time frame, the 1-hour time frame is also bearish. Okay, now it is that 1-hour time frame supply zone that actually got broken, but you can see here that initially it reacted off of this zone here, and it also came up and it has reacted again before finally breaking. So we are always setting off reactions off of zones before we trade, before it gets broken or it actually gets respected. So if you're a scalper, you can use higher time frame supply and demand zones to look for quick scalps before it actually does any other thing. So that is it on the 1-hour time frame. This is a 1-hour time frame high, this is a 1-hour time frame low. Okay, we haven't yet marked it out, we can do that now. This is it, 1-hour time frame. So this is our range on the 1-hour time frame. Now if you check the 15 minutes, what do we see? So this is still the 15-minute range, same as the 1 hour time frame. This is the 15-minute range high and the range low. So this is still our range. If you are to look for zones for price to trade from, can't really find any zone here other than this one. You can mark this whole thing as the zone instead of just, sorry, yeah, you can mark this as the zone for price to come down to and buy from there. But if this zone is to actually hold, you should be careful of this buying from here. It could actually just break it. So that is it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys, and we'll see you again later. Goodbye.